Hello, everybody. Just wanted to do a quick little video, just showing some map work that I made up for the Western Rails route in Trainz 2022. Um, I use exclusively the Western Rails route. I run the route using in conjunction with JMRI for moving cars and controlling the car movement in trains. So to help me out for the Lockwood yard, seeing as it's one of the biggest yards on the route, I made a map up just to help me know what tracks I need to leave cars on and stuff for switching. And so I made this map, and I follow Microchip on YouTube, Mike Rowe Chip. And he makes videos on YouTube using Trainz 2022. He has a couple of what would you say, playlists, I guess, that he makes. One of them is for Midwestern Rails route, so I thought he could use these maps, I guess, in a way to help him. And so that's what I want to do now. I just want to share this. The way, I mean, these maps are made up the way I use the route. So the names are names that I've basically created, not created, but have created in JMRI. So I've given all the towns, I've given them 3-letter designators for all the towns. And I've added, this representation is a little bit different than the standard Midwestern Rails. I've added in some crossover tracks. I can't tell you which ones are mine that I've added, but I know that there are some added crossovers and that inside of the yard, just to help with my use of the yard and how I use it. So this is a representation of my layout and the mods that I've done. So we have basically the Lockwood South Yard, and I can show you here. This is the Lockwood North Yard. And so if we go back to the South Yard, up here we have the Southwest Container Yard. And if I want to show that one, so this is the Southwest Container Yard coming in from the South Yard. You have this track that takes you up to the hub unload and load. Continue on, you get to the container yard where there's 4 tracks. And this is Lockwood Gen Goods East for me and Lockwood's Gen Good West. So these are 2 locations I use in JMRI. This warehouse was there. I renamed it. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called also Lockwood's Gen Goods or something like that. But I've renamed it for my use. So if we go back to the South Yard, I have this track here is my main track, so I keep it clear. There's no cars that I keep on there. This track right here, this is my Lockwood to Robbins track, so my interchange track. All the cars going to Robin from Lockwood will be put on this track. This is Robin to Lockwood, so any cars coming in from Robin to Lockwood will go on to this track. This track here is Blue Sky to Lockwood, so inbound cars from Blue Sky go on this track. This one is the outbound, so Lockwood to Blue Sky, they'll end up going out this way. Mallstown to Lockwood, Lockwood to Mallstown, Windsor to Lockwood, Lockwood to Windsor, and Newberry to Lockwood, and Lockwood to Newberry. So that's this half of the yard, and the interchange tracks that I use for my trains that I run there. Yard crossover north, crossover south, and down here this takes you down towards the Lockwood Industrial, Pleasant, and Fairview towns, both terminating in, well, it doesn't quite terminate in Pleasant because there's two off-track stagings that run out of Pleasant, Adams, and Clarno. And then Fairview is basically a termination point on the route there. And if we go back to, so we go to the other side of the yard, to the north, Lockwood North Yard. This here is the direction up towards Windsor. This is direction to Dourdan. These are two different directions on the. This section terminates. This branch line terminates in Dourdan, and this section terminates in Windsor. Of course, there's lots of stops along the way on both of them. Here's Lockwood Dairy, and again, this track down here is the main kept clear for passing through the yard. These tracks here, these are interchange. This track here is basically only for full crude cars. This is for empty crude cars. Diesel empty cars on this one, and diesel full on this one. And the crude comes in from Sinclair, Fairview, and they get sent down to Marlstown or Newberry for processing, get turned into diesel fuel. The diesel fuel comes up from either Marlstown, Newberry, and from here it'll get distributed to the coal mines and to the different airports. This interchange track here is my Lockwood to Fairview, and the other end, just because of not having enough tracks, really, I combine both the outbound and inbound just on different ends of the track. So because coming in from Fairview will be this way, so what the train will do is it'll pass by on the clear track, come down to this end, and then back the cars from Fairview to Lockwood on this end. And from this end, the cars will depart from Lockwood to Fairview. And the same thing for Lockwood to Pleasant, Pleasant to Lockwood on this end. And because of Dourdan going this way, any cars coming in from Dourdan will come in through here and back their cars onto this section. So this is Dourdan to Lockwood, and this end is Lockwood to Dourdan. I have the locomotive yard. It shows here as two, but it's actually one location. It's just there's two tracks that enter the locomotive yard. You have from this side of the yard, you have a track coming down to the locomotive yard, and you have an entrance from this side going up to the locomotive yard. And if we go and look at the locomotive yard, which is here, so we have the locomotive yard, you have the going to the north yard, comes down this way. You have 4 parking tracks for locomotives. This is where I park my switchers, and this is for locomotive refuel. This is the roundhouse. There's 7 parking spots for the roundhouse. I don't show that on there, but I don't really use the roundhouse for parking. And then this is the other entrance or exit out of the locomotive yard back onto the layout. And the last thing I'll show is I'll go back here. So this section here where it says Lockwood Industrial, this comes off of this main track here, takes you down, and then we can go to the Lockwood Industrial. So we have coming in from the yard this way, then you can come into the industrial siding, Lockwood industrial siding, if you need to run around to work the warehouse track 2, warehouse track 1, and Lockwood forwarding. You also have down at this end, you have the siding for working the airport. So you can go to the airport for gen goods and avgas and diesel. This route here, this continues on to Pleasant. Like I said, Pleasant, the town of Pleasant then splits off to two. Basically, I use them as off-track staging. You have Clarno and Adams. And this route here, this branch line, terminates in Fairview. And here we have the Lockwood Brewery, barley track, and the beer track. So everything's shown, and that's basically it. I just want to share this with Microtrip. Microtrip, if you're watching, hope you can make use of this. If you're interested in an Excel version of this, this was created in Excel. I'd be willing to share it. No problem. It's not not proprietary in any way. So if you're interested, let me know. And yeah, we'll hopefully in a not too distant future, I can work on some of the other yards like Blue Sky and Mallstown, Newberry, all the major yards on the route. So thanks for taking the time to watch. Hope it was interesting, and look forward to the next one. Thanks a lot.